Hey guys, Yard Cow here. I'm the head trader here at GC Trading Systems, and in this video I'm going to be talking about inverted fair value gaps. So let's get started. All right, so first you guys should know what a fair value gap is. If you do not, go watch my YouTube video on fair value gaps. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but yeah, inverted fair value gaps. So right here we have two examples. So as you can see, we have this fair value gap right here, also known as an FVG. And then same thing over here, we have another fair value gap, okay? So what is an inverted fair value gap? Well, it's pretty simple. An inverted fair value gap is when a fair value gap gets inverted. So for example, right here, if this candle were to close below that fair value gap, this would become an inverted fair value gap, and this would be bearish. And then over here, same thing. See right here, we have this fair value gap, price bounced it, right, ran up, and then if this candle were to close below that fair value gap and invert it, then this would also become an inverted fair value gap and would be bearish. So it's pretty straightforward. Here's just two examples. So right here, this one's kind of just pretty strong aggressive snap back, kind of like that V-shape reversal. And then this one over here, this one's more of that kind of like M play with that manipulation leg. So I like both of these. I feel like I see this play a little bit more often, the manipulation leg. But yeah, this is pretty much what an inverted fair value gap is. Let me show you guys some bullish examples real quick. All right, now right here we have two bearish fair value gaps, as you can see. And then if this were to invert this fair value gap, this would become a bullish inverted fair value gap. And then if this were to invert this fair value gap, this would become a bullish inverted fair value gap as well. So as you can see, we kind of have this V-shaped reversal right here. And then over here, we have that manipulation leg and then that push higher to invert that fair value gap. So yeah, these are pretty simple. I do not recommend just blindly taking every single inverted fair value gap, okay? I recommend having context with it, maybe like a higher time frame PD array, SMT, liquidity sweep, things like that, okay? Really create an entry model and then use an inverted fair value gap for like the final confirmation, for your final entry confirmation or something like that. So yeah, let's go take a look at the chart. Let's look at some inverted fair value gaps, and yeah, let's go. All right, so here's a trade from today. So we have this 15-minute FVG. That's what this red zone is that we are bouncing. We have this fair value gap right here. You can see price goes up to it and then pulls back. Okay, and then we kind of created some SMT right here with ES, and then price finally inverted right there, closed above that fair value gap, creating the inverted fair value gap, and that is where I got long. I did take profit a little bit early at this internal high right here. I took half off, moved the rest to break even, but then once I kind of just saw it stalling out right here, I took off the other half. I really wanted this wick over here, this high, which we did hit eventually later on, so probably should have held, but it is what it is. But as you can see, that is an inverted fair value gap right there, and I am combining it with other confluence as well. And here's another example. So right here, if we look left, we are sweeping this level, and then we are also in a 15-minute fair value gap. You can see we poked our head up above, but we never closed above. So right here, there's kind of that little manipulation leg right there with your inverted fair value gap right here. Right there, you can see price inverts it, retests it, and then runs down here. So that is another solid example of an inversion. And on this inversion, we have another manipulation leg. So you can see right here, we form this fair value gap, pull back up to it, respect it, come back down, take out that low, and then we rip through it and we rip higher. This right here is also 50% of a 1 hour FVG. If we zoom out, let's actually go to the 1 hour. Yeah, you can see right there. So that play was right in there on those wicks. And here's a great short example. So we have this fair value gap right here. We invert it. But if we look left, we are sweeping all of this over here, sweeping this high right there. So we pushed up to it. And then I would kind of count these three blue candles as the manipulation leg. There's your inverted fair value gap right there. And then as you can see, price ran down off of that level. On this play right here, you can see we have this level right here that we are taking out. We're sweeping that level. On the 5 minute, we also have a FVG. We have a fair value gap right here that we are respecting. You can see we're pulling back up into that. Let's drop back down to the 1 minute. So you can see right here, we're sweeping that level in the 5-minute FVG. And then we have this fair value gap right here. Price bounces it, pulls back up. Once we invert it, price goes lower. And then also on this same day, you can see price is sweeping this level to the left right here. We get this really strong displacement down right here, and then we have this fair value gap right here that we invert. This is kind of like that V-shaped reversal, and price lifted off after that inversion. So I really hope you guys are starting to see what type of inverted fair value gaps I like to look for. I don't just take every single inversion, right? I need, other things to go with it, other confluence. So, just go to the chart, start practicing spotting all these inversions, see if you can find confluence with it, try to build out an entry model. If you guys do want to know my exact entry model, I stream live in the Discord Monday through Friday for completely free. I also have a completely free ICT trading course on my website. But in a future video, I will go over my entry model. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And these prop firm codes will give you the best discount always. Also, go ahead and hit that like button. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.